Hello everybody, welcome back to the final run of Winter 2021 Warning Shot. We have OneCoolManXOF running Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes with Joseph Joestar on commentary. Feel free to take it away, guys.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's me, OneCoolManXOF. And we're running Ground Zeroes today. So the catch is we're playing on normal difficulty, stealth no kill, but a lot of kills. But no kills. Yeah, that's pretty much it. This is either going to be really, really good or it's going to be really, really bad because there is no in between, and I do not take any easy routes. So on commentary, I have Joseph Joestar with me. I think you guys might know him.
Hello.
He wants to introduce himself.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to be back here again. Some back history. I started running this category to kind of maybe, I guess, help start the way of stealth no kills. And we were just chatting where Coolman kind of got reinterested in the game all over again, and we've been trading records in this category for several times past year, and he currently holds it. So we'll be running through all 7 missions, and we'll kind of explain some of the uniqueness of what makes Ground Zeroes Ground Zeroes.
Yeah, like I said before, it's either going to be good or bad. So, I guess we're about to find out.
You'll do fine.
And also, just real quick, this is pretty cool because I've actually played this I've probably been running this for at least 6 to 7 years now. So it's pretty cool that this is going to be my first kind of big event. Speedrun is my actual first speedrun. So, and it's cool, but at the same time, it's kind of stressful because this game is either going to be extremely nice to me or it's going to be really, really bad. So, oh man, are you ready to see the new second half of this run, Joe?
Oh, I am just on the edge of my seat. All right, so timer will start when he hits OK, which I guess you want me to count you down, Coolman?
You can, sure.
Okay, all right, so time will start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Run!
I started early. I need that early start.
I was trying to mimic your live split audio since you redid the look of your layout and your live split audio, where it's always a pleasure watching Coolman's runs. Aside from just what he's doing, but I'll let him concentrate for this first part, but I'll just briefly explain what's happening as we see it. So
there you go. You can talk.
All right, sure. So very first thing you're noticing him do is he's skipping the cutscenes right away when he loads in, and it's important, not only because of just being quick, but the enemies that move throughout the map are on a timer, meaning when you load the room, they move around with you. And so it's important to skip that cutscene so you can beat that spotlight scanning the ground while also avoiding a guard on the left. And you'll notice that Coolman is going for pause first, even though the game tells you to go for Chico just per the story. But since we know where pause is, we don't have to go through the trouble of getting the intel to figure out her location in the base. And at the same time, you saw him call Morpho, our handy-dandy helicopter pilot, who is going to be arriving at the upper section of the base. We just call him there early to give him a head start, while at the same time he's just doing some prep work of tranking guards to help clear his exit later. So he's just going to hold up that guard briefly. Holding up guards in this game is really good. As long as you don't do anything to kind of lower your guard while they see you, they'll just kind of stay put. He's going to fire.
Nice try. Oh, jeez.
Okay, so it was a little close, but it happened.
You guys have no idea how stupid this game can be. One little mistake is a chain of events. So if I was just to mess up just a tiny bit like I just did, that happened.
Yeah, it's part of running this game is just being adaptive, because sometimes guards can behave a certain way, and you just have to be able to be ready for it. But so he did a distraction shot in the corner where let's see. Oh, did you get spotted?
No, I didn't get spotted. I got a slow landing, which is a chance for Morpho to go down, which is stupid.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe it was like you got caught or something, but that's fine. You know, there's a lot happening. I'm trying to do my best to keep up.
Oh,
with
it's
it,
good.
But, so he threw the flare in that hallway to basically get the guards to focus all their attention on it and not on him. While at the same time, like you just said, there's a faster landing pattern you can get with Morpho where if the timing conditions are right, he'll land as soon as he sees you. But if you do not get it, it's just a few seconds time loss. He's going to let that tank go over the edge while also blowing up the barrel, which you'll see in the, not the next, but the mission after when we start getting into the side ops.
Jeez.
Blowing up barrels with the guards next to it will not count as a kill. It's the same tactic that you see in runs such as Metal Gear Solid 3 and Metal Gear Solid 4. So there's our boy Kiko. And,
so this can be pretty random at the end here. So we actually got the bad pattern, so it's going to cost a little bit of time, but it's still, we should still make like estimate time, which would be like a 30-minute. So in all honesty, like I couldn't, like, even getting this, just even getting through the mission at all is just great.
Yeah, I mean, this mission, the way it's routed now is, I don't know, from my perspective, it's probably one of the hardest missions to do very well. And it's also like the one that has the most influence as far as, you know, getting off to a good pace or, you know, falling flat on your face for time loss.
So it's great that it's the first mission too. Because I mean, like the first two missions are like, hey, are you good enough to run the full game? Okay, we'll let you go. And then kind of at the end, it's kind of like all downhill from there, I feel like. Because the second mission can kind of be a pain too.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to get it out of the way, but I mean, when you're trying to grind, I mean, this mission and the one after this will definitely get to you. I mean, it does for me.
Mm-hmm.
So,
for
406, and that's endgame time. The time that's tracked for a full run is RTA, just given the nature of checkpoints. You'll notice that there is no reflex enabled, given that it's labeled in the scorecard as such. But I guess maybe, Coolman, you can kind of explain like the nature of reflex, because you come from the 90% section of the board before I started running stealth no kills.
Yeah, the only part that I would probably use reflex is for ILs, since we use in-game timer for that, because when you go into reflex, you basically, I think the reflex runs for like 8 seconds, but it covers like 5 seconds in-game time, something like that. I'm not sure. I covered in the guide that I put up, like, I think it was like a year ago or something, but as for like RTA, you probably don't want to use it unless you're going to do like a 100% run, because 100% run is just, you know, you're doing everything. And having reflex for like marking and stuff like that, it's really beneficial. But I mean, for categories like this, I really wouldn't use reflex. I mean, you could if you was like starting out, like maybe just have it on. And if you get caught, use the reflex. But for the most part, the most time save you're going to get is just through, you know, not having the reflex on.
Yeah. Plus, I feel like it goes with the theme of, you know, the stealth part. So the first mission that he did was entitled Ground Zero. It's just driven by the story, and now he's beginning these side ops, which are just extra missions. The first one, we're meant to assassinate Glaz and Politz, without really assassinating them, because, I mean, after all, we can't really kill them, but I'll explain how that is. So first thing he's doing, he's just hugging this right wall. He's sprinting as fast as he can, because, again, just like the first mission, guards are on a, like, script, you know, and it's influenced just, you know, how long or how slow you take. So he's going to shoot that first guard in the right arm, then he's going to shoot this other one in the shoulder, because those were our two targets. He's going to blow up that barrel to kill a guard, then throw a smoke with a staggered shot on that guard at the very end. It's not going to kill them, but it's enough to kind of stun them so the alert will not kick in right away. And you'll notice that he ran right back to where he was, because he's using a checkpoint to advance the mission forward enough to where both of the targets that you just shot were injured. They bled out. It's like, hey, I mean, they just suddenly died. I mean, I don't know. we didn't do anything. I mean, let's ask the scorecard, because the scorecard always tells the truth, right? Let's see. Did you get any kills?
Nope.
Zero.
Never.
Yeah, that checkpoint manip is really key. In addition to the way that he did it, because the one in the tower for me is probably the harder shot of the two to get right, because he does it the really fast method with just flicking up to the shoulder and then firing immediately. Because if you wait too long, sometimes the shot, and I'm sure you've had this happen, Coolman, where it just doesn't seem to like register.
Yeah, plenty for sure. There's something I was going to say about reflex. I don't remember. Oh yeah, for reflex, if we're talking stealth no kill, you don't want to use reflex because. So here's how it works with because since we're on an auto scroller, it's going to take a while anyway. So for like stealth no kill category, what I've done for this board is I kind of give it a little bit of leeway, and what I mean by that is that with reflex off, if someone spots you but you take them out before the alarm goes off, the actual alert or the whole base is alerted, then I allow that. But here's the deal: is like the in-game boards, the way stealth no kill works is actually that you're not supposed to be seen at all. So just them going huh and about to catch you, like that counts as canceling out stealth no kills, which is crazy. So, but I mean, we don't want it to be super hard, right? We'll just run away everybody that wants to run it. So there is a little bit of leeway, but having reflex on is kind of frowned upon. I don't accept. We don't accept missions like that.
Yeah,
because it kind of defeats the whole purpose.
Yeah, because like the whole idea of stealth is to try to do things that don't count alerts into your run. I mean,
yeah,
with the exception of the last mission, because it's the checkpointing, like checkpoints and restarting the mission are allowed in this category, just given the nature of running all the missions and not expecting a single thing to go wrong. But it's designed in to use that checkpoint to your advantage. Even though, yes, the IGTs do give you some kind of indication how well your run is going, but given the nature of the checkpoint, it's going to send you back to where that checkpoint was registered. So everything for a full run is RTA, and also just given that, yeah, reflex slows the game down and the IGT can get skewed.
It's funny because in TPP, it works kind of the opposite. Like they were really going for like realistic in this game. And then in TPP, they were like, oh yeah, we need to make it fun again. That's right. Because Metal Gear does have some fun stuff with it. So they added back in the box, they added in all the stuff that makes it Metal Gear. And you'll notice that S ranks are basically just handed out to you on TPP as well. While on here, it's kind of a little bit harder to get S ranks. So like, it really benefited the game, I suppose, because, I mean, make it too serious, then there's no fun with it, right?
Yeah, no fun allowed.
It wouldn't have felt like Metal Gear. I don't know why I was missing that guy.
Yeah, I mean, the tricky thing with this mission, as you're seeing, is that his main weapon of choice is the Uragan pistol. It just shoots, rubber rounds at these guys from, pretty far away than you might think. I mean, you could snipe with this weapon. But you'll also see that he'll intermix in the use of barrels, just like, 2 missions ago. As long as you detonate the barrel with the guard next to it without, like, injuring them directly with your weapon.
Yeah, have we explained the environmental kills?
Yeah, so it's just like in, Metal Gear Solid 3, Metal Gear Solid 4, where players will use the barrels to essentially get a free kill without being penalized for it. And I started doing that, throwing the smoke in the Jeep because of you, by the way.
Yeah.
Because when you first were like showing me like ways to like get this run to be better, because again, for those that know me,
come on.
I put a rough draft of this category together last year. It was like 45 minutes long. I mean, we're now down to sub 30 minutes, now sub 28 minutes. And then Coolman was just showing me things to like, get the run to be better. And then he was doing this thing of throwing the smoke in the Jeep, and I was like, man, that's so awesome. It's just, because people that watch me, they know I like to kind of joke around and meme and runs where I can. And when I saw him do that, and even like spamming the radio in the first mission, because if you're gonna run ground zeros, especially the first mission, I mean, you get used to Kaz backseating you a lot. I mean a lot. So he was just spamming the radio one day, and I was like, man, this guy is something else. not only is he damn good at what he does, but like he knows how to let Kaz know it's like, hey man, I got this. Stop backseating me.
Huh. Yeah, these shots are sometimes these shots don't make sense. I feel like it does it on purpose. It's like, oh yeah, you got like all the last 300 shots. Let's go ahead and make you miss these.
So part of what he's doing here is not only just to be quick, but there's some sections of this helicopter path he's taking to where it will not advance until you take out the guards on your screen. Oh, okay, so that's gonna lose him a little bit. So sometimes when that guy gets past the truck, he'll kind of wait there for a little bit. And as you can see, as soon as that guard is taken out, the chopper advances. So part of not only taking him out is to help advance Morpho, but earlier in the mission, the faster you take out guards ahead of time, Morpho then moves along slightly faster. And every little bit does matter when it comes to trying to optimize this mission, given the nature of, yeah, it's an auto-scroller, but there's things that can slow you down. What if it's just guards that were left up or just, you know, something that kind of stalled you up. So he's got 1, 2,
wow.
3.
This guy has not gave me a problem the whole practice, and now he gave me it. All right, that's all good though. It's just not a restart.
Yeah, sometimes this happens. I mean, it's, I don't know. Sometimes you get like you said at the beginning, you either get like really good rooms like this where you get all the guards ahead of time, and then the next filing attempt, like you just can't hit a darn thing. It's, you know, I know what it's like, but so now what he's gonna do is, because he took out all the guards and rendezvous with the special VIP guest, he's gonna throw 3 grenades on the floor, followed by a rocket launcher shot to the back of the tanks. It's its weak spot, as well as underneath. So he's using both.
Hang on, Mr. Kojima. You will escape Konami.
Wait, is that Kojima?
It is. Look at him.
It kind of looks like him. I don't know. The glasses.
I guess it shows you should call it in. Which one is it? We don't know yet.
So we got the supposed Kojima on Morpho now. So now he's just gonna exit out, take out these guards as soon as he sees them.
I'm going for it, YOLO. Nailed it, dude.
Nice. Oh, by the way, I disapproved the use of blowing up those Moai statue heads earlier. I wasn't gonna say it until you got to the safe point of the run.
Oh, it's all right.
So what he's gonna do here is he's gonna aim at the tail of this enemy helicopter, because again, for stealth no kills, you want to avoid killing the guard. And there he goes, blowing up the Moai statue head, man. You just know how to trigger me. All right, so he's gonna aim at the tail because it's the blast radius of the rocket launcher is pretty wide. But if you aim at the tail, it's enough to damage the helicopter to take it out without killing the guard. Man,
this guy's going down too.
Yeah, man, you're just blowing up those Moai statue heads just left and right. Like, I preserve them, I reference them, but here you go, just blowing them up. And now look at this, you're bullying these drivers, trying to shoot them on the way out, and you actually got that guy, and I wonder if you can get this one too.
No, the second one, the third one I'm having problems with. The first two I can get.
I could never get that second guy, it's just like a 1 in a million shot.
You probably wanted to see that cutscene, didn't you? Oops.
But yeah,
so
I kind of did, but you know,
hyped, dude.
Oh, I could tell.
Let's go, baby. Next mission.
But yeah, that actually was Kojima, by the way. We saved him.
Did you rack it?
Oh man, you know I did. So yeah, that was the the rescue mission. It's the longest of all 7, but just given that, let's say maybe like 90% of it is auto scroller optimization, and the remaining 10% is hopping out and actually doing stuff. But next coming up is Intel acquisition, which there's 1 of 2 ways to finish this. You can actually go in the base to find the spy that holds the cassette tape. Or you could go for the fake cassette tape, which is in a tower. That's a lot closer. It's way faster. You don't have to deal with any of the, finding the guy, holding him up and all that. So he's going to hop out of the truck and just make his way down. And you notice that he's panning the camera to the right ever so slightly. The unique thing about the camera in this game is that when you focus it on guards, it kind of stops them from moving a little bit. It slows them down. And conversely, if you point it away, it will not slow down guards that are in like mid-patrol, and you could use that to your advantage to where he threw that flare. So he's using that flare to not only redirect Morpho again, but the guards, just like in the first mission, they just react really weird to flares as opposed to smokes. They just, they either dive or just kind of stare at it. He fires a ricochet at that wall to stop 2 guards from patrolling forward to spot him. And then he's going to fire another ricochet here at this wall to distract another guard that's underneath him, which is meant to help secure his exit. He throws a smoke in that tower, which is enough to smog the camera that's focused on the desk with the fake cassette tape in it. Then what he's going to do here is, with Morpho overhead acting as a decoy, he's going to throw a smoke in this Jeep, which is a very familiar tactic in Phantom Pain speedruns. It's just basically a moving smog. The guards they see the Jeep, but they don't see you.
Oh, trip!
Oh man, but it's a I like this way you exit. It's like Cool Man trademarked mission, like a Jeep exit.
Wow, this went a lot better than I thought it would. Like, the hard part's over with.
Yeah, I mean, that mission could sometimes get to me because it's either, the truck becomes the issue, or what I was about to say is that even though throwing the smoke nade in the Jeep is good from a far distance, it does not work up close. So if a guard just happens to run or look at the wrong time, they'll still spot you. But yeah, nicely done, dude.
Thanks. Gotta do the Kiefer. Thanks.
Kept you waiting, huh? I know, I tried. So this is anti-air emplacements, and this is where Coolman has done some development and optimizing this, as well as the next several set of missions. So I'll do my best to kind of explain what's happening. So the first thing he did is he called Morpho to the eastern side of the base, again giving him that head start, using the rocket launcher and the assault rifle with grenade launcher attachment, which is the benefit of New Game Plus. Blows up all 3 turrets quickly to not only get guards moving around a certain way, but it will spawn the tank, which is, again, a mission flag where it's like you have to destroy 3 out of the 4 turrets, as well as this tank. So what he's going to do is going to move away, plant some C4 on the ground, which is going to buy him time to get out safely. Safely just, meaning, not getting detected. While at the same time, the tank is going to drive up to that C4 placement. And once he gets to a...
tank's going really slow for whatever reason. That's crazy.
Yeah, maybe the driver's not awake.
Well, he's having some AIs were popping in at the last second, too. One time, I think it was yesterday, I was doing this as a practice run, and it just blew my mind because no one... did you see before I went down the hill towards the Chico's cell, that the guy came running through? Normally he doesn't do that. Somehow I despawn him, I guess, because I get there too early, maybe. And yesterday he didn't come through at all, and then I ran down the hill and he spotted me and he was behind me. He just popped up behind me. So it's a very nerve-wracking strat, but man, once you pull it off, it's great.
I mean, how much time does it save over the, I guess, old method now?
15 to 20. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, because the all-time best I've gotten was a 153, and it depends on a quick landing, but the way that he does it, although it's way riskier, it's a lot faster. And given what he just said is that, sometimes you could do that mission identically, but then the guards are really the RNG factor. Sometimes they'll move one way over another. Some guy will spawn in a place that you might expect, but then they're not there the next time. It's part of being adaptive to not what's only in front of you, but just recognizing what patterns are there.
Yeah, and this little route change here saves, I think, 3 seconds Literally 3 seconds. It's hard to believe, right?
Yeah, so this is Deja Vu. This is what's considered the extra ops. What we did were side ops. These are just like bonus DLC missions. So Gray Fox is kind of taking over the pilot seat for a little bit, which you can unlock 3 skins, or I'm sorry, 2 skins. You get the default snake skin, but if you complete the quiz on normal and hard, you unlock the MGS1 snake and Gray Fox skins respectively. And even though this mission's about to end, I'll just kind of summarize what he did. So he picked up the Uragan pistol again, just the benefit of New Game Plus. He fired it once to distract a guard that's close to him, and then he fires it a second time right before getting to the landing zone to distract more guards and the spotlight guards from not manning them. He picks up the smokes, just given that's a mission flag. You need to recreate 1 out of 6 at a minimum. He just runs to the open vent at the end and then does a vent glitch, which is timing when you crawl into a vent and then you stand upright as you're crawling in. It allows you to kind of stand upright and then dive to the like ending loading trigger.
Here we go.
Saves like a few seconds of crawling, and yeah,
Jamais-vu, baby.
I think that covers it. But yeah, now we're on the last mission, Jamais-vu. So my boy Raiden is gonna take over for this one. Because after all, it wouldn't be Metal Gear without some kind of like, you know, bizarre aspect to it. So
yeah, so what we're gonna do here is use the wound glitch. So we're literally just wounding all these guys. This guy's human. We're also going to wound him as well, and it counts as eliminating the snatchers and the humans, because in this mission there's a mixture of both. And since it's stealth no kill, you can kill the snatchers, but you're not allowed to kill the humans. So I'm going to use a checkpoint here, and the reason for using the checkpoint here is to bring the last 2 enemies out quicker at the end of the mission. So we're going to take the camera out, shoot this guy in the head, pull my grenade out, throw it over the... Oh, I was worried that I had got it, but we got it. All right. We're going to go up here. We're going to shoot the barrel, kill the 2 snatchers standing by it, hold the human up, because we can't kill him, remember? And now we're ready to take out the last 2 people. And the last 2 are going to roll up on a truck. One's a human and one's a snatcher. The passenger a snatcher, the driver a human. So we're going to go ahead and pre-aim here. We're going to shoot the snatcher in the arm, kill him, and then we're going to shoot him in the leg. I said we're going to shoot him in the leg. Oh my gosh, this ain't good. We're going to mess this up. Yeah, that's a big mess up. So we're going to restart the mission because I have time to restart the mission. That's a kind of a bummer because I was wondering if I was going to get a PB. I don't think I was going to, but that's okay. So I actually shot him in the abdomen rather than the leg, which is kind of hard because he was squatted down. So what that did was it just put him in a position where I was either going to get caught, because obviously he was going to turn around and see what shot him. So that's kind of a bummer. I could have took out, actually, like, I probably did the worst, like, optimization there. Running all the way to him instead of pulling out the trank gun. But yeah, we're just going to rinse and repeat. Same dealio. We hit the checkpoint here to bring the Jeep out faster. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all the changes to this.
Yeah, this is just really fascinating, you know, like how much simpler this looks. I mean, because, you know, the way we were doing it before, it was quick, but, you know, this kind of brings back that same strategy that was used in Renegade Threat, where it's like you're using the, like, wounding, where you're just injuring them and using the checkpoint to kind of spawn them out. While at the same time it allows you to like move your objectives forward in terms of like a running tally, because as you're seeing it'll say objective complete, a number out of 12, because there's 12 guards and only a mixture of them are snatchers versus humans, and so the snatchers have to be eliminated. You can't trank them. Like, you can try, but they'll just get upright. But the humans, you can just abuse them by wounding them, like what was done on Renegade. So he's going to try to do this again with the Jeep crew. So he just shot out the Snatcher, and then he just shot the leg of the driver, and there you go. Nicely done.
Yay, I got through the door before it closed, too. That's what really counts.
Wow, that is slick. I could never get that to work. I always end up getting stuck. So that was the first half of Jamais Vu, and then what he's doing now is he's setting up for the second half, which is a Snatcher Gauntlet Rush, where we have to trigger it by being in this middle like landing zone, and then you can see now the doors opening up, and what he's gonna do, he's gonna post up on this tower here, which is gonna give him a good vantage point to take out a Snatcher at the beginning, and the opposite tower followed by the rest that spawn through that door where that red barrel is. So he's gonna use the barrel and the rocket launcher to kind of detonate that whole group, and then he just detonated a C4 that was planted earlier, because as soon as you take out that first wave, another pair of Snatchers spawn behind the doors, so the C4 just makes quick work of them. Next, he's going to fire at least 2 shots into the helicopter that flies overhead, while the third one is going to be reserved for this wave, as is the follow-up right here, so it's like another set of 3. And then he's going to try to go for a shot over this building. He's going to aim at the tail rotor, and then boom. There goes the chopper, and that is...
That's it, man. Sheesh. That went a lot better than I thought it would. Only one mistake. Not bad. I think the restart was probably a minute long.
Now, I think that was still an impressive mission. I mean, it's just ground zeros. I mean, sometimes you're lucky just to be able to even, like, get this far. But, yeah, it was a pleasure being able to do commentary. And then I guess one thing I like to say is, you know, Coleman was commentary for this category last year, last April. And it's an honor to be able to do this for him, since we've been trading record in this, you know, several times last year. We pushed each other to get this category to be better, and I'm just saying, you know, I'm absolutely ecstatic.
That's time.
That you got in, and yes, that's time. I'm just really ecstatic for you that you got into ESA for this game, because I know you've done a lot of contributions to get this category the way it is. And what if it was myself or Wakiyaku that kind of pushed it out of you? You know, it was an absolute fun time doing commentary. And
yeah,
I can't
it was
wait
nice.
to do it for ESA.
It was nice of you guys to give me the motivation again. And like right now, I'm still going through the boards before the big day, because I'm actually like filling up the stealth no kill board now. But yeah, most of the runs that I had up, and probably some runs that are still up, are kind of like placeholders. Because like I was saying in my own channel, was that I don't want to run away runners that want to come do this. If Joe remembers, I've told him when he first came around, I was like, we're going to start doing baby steps at first. And then I think Joe can speak for himself. I think he's seen how like crazy it got. Like compared to your first run to your last run, it has to be pretty insane, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's gone from 45 minutes to now sub 28 minutes, and it's just been gradual steps to, you know, get it down. I mean, even the first mission was rerouted, you know, thanks to Wakiyaku, in a good way. I'm not trying to, you know, cast any like, oh, how dare they do this? Because it was already known from any percent how to make that mission go faster. But oh wait, are you doing what I think you're doing?
Yeah, I'm trying to show it off. I figured now's the time. You guys want to see something funny? Let me show you how reflex works in this game. You was asking how reflex works in the first mission. I'm gonna show you.
Yeah, you guys are gonna love this. It's you know, reflex does more than just allow you to kind of, you know, stop an alert from happening, but it's what you could do to them, just due to the wonders of the Fox engine combined with reflex. So what he's gonna do is get this guy to turn around, and he's gonna fire 3 shotgun rounds. And then, just like that, woo!
Crazy.
Man, he got sent flying, man.
What do you think? You think we're ready for ESA?
Yeah, I think we're more than ready for ESA.
It's good to hear, man. Good to have the positive feedback. Thank you so much for commentating for this. You did most of the work. I appreciate it. It's kind of hard. This game goes really, really fast. And you can see even Joe not even playing the game, the commentary can get really, really behind just because of, you know, this game is just extremely fast. But
Yeah, I mean that's one thing I like about it is even though it's like 30 minutes of like what could be sheer terror, but it's also very fast paced. There's very little downtime, maybe with the exception of like the rescue mission when you're on the helicopter. But I do encourage people to try this. I'm actually going to get back into this category myself. Not too long from now, but I was on a grind for a while, but I just needed a break just to kind of get those quote unquote reflexes kind of back in full order. And then once I'm ready, I'm going back after it. But
sure, man, we'll love to have you back.
Yeah, thanks for having me on board for commentary, and we're definitely ready for ESA. I mean, not only just with our run, but with all the other runs and runners that got in between Peace Walker, MGS2, and Metal Gear Ghost Babel. It'll be a fun Metal Gear block, that's for sure.
Absolutely. And thanks to MGSR for letting me run here today. And thank you again, Joe, for commentary. And hope to see all of you guys at ESA.
Yeah, thank you so much, OneCoolMan, for the run. It was absolutely quality, mate. And Joe, amazing commentary as usual as well. Thank you everyone for watching. That is the end of Winter 2021 One-In-Shot. All the runs you saw here today will be live at ESA, which starts next Friday. As always, we will be tweeting out and doing announcements and stuff when those runs go live. After what we've seen today, all the runners look pretty ready to me. So yeah, good luck, of course, OneCoolMan.
Thank you.
And we're going to go to a little intermission here and then raid someone. So if you've got anything to add, guys, now would be a great time.
I guess I was going to say, if you guys enjoyed what you watched, be sure to follow the Metal Gear Speedrunners channel here. Be sure to follow OneCoolManXOF on his Twitch. He, like I said at the beginning, he redid his entire layout and really recommitted himself to improve himself in Ground Zeroes more than just from last year when I started running this category. And if you enjoyed my commentary, you can also follow me on my Twitch, twitch.tv/longnamejoe. Oh, wait. twitch.tv/josephjoestar316. But yeah, I mean, thanks for watching.